Hello everyone, today we'll be doing EVS part 1 of standard 4. This is lesson number 15, my district, my state. This is part 1 of the video. So let's get started. Now what do you see in the picture? Yes, it's a big tree. We all have seen a very big tree on the road, in the park, isn't it? Now tell me, what are the different parts of the tree? Yes, leaves, fruits, flowers, branches, trunk, roots are the different parts of the tree. Which of these parts are seen on the tree most of the time? What do you see on the tree most of the time? Yes, we see the leaves, the branches, the trunk, etc. we see on the tree most of the time. Which is the smallest part of the tree and what it is attached to? Yes, the smallest part of the tree is leaf and it is attached to branches. Now, how many big branches does the trunk of the tree have? The trunk of the tree has 2, 3, sometimes 5, 6 big branches, isn't it? Now, why am I telling you about trees? Because to make a tree complete, a tree must have several components like leaves, small branches, big branches, trunk, etc. In the same way, our state too is made up of many settlements, villages, towns, talukas and districts. So now let's see how our districts and states are formed. Let us understand. Men begin to farm the land near water and settle there. In this way, hamlets and settlements were formed. These grew into villages which then developed into cities. Villages, cities and towns together form a taluka. Now, which village do we see in the picture? We see Vairagarh village. Now, this Vairagarh village is in Armori taluka. Which taluka it is in? It is in Armori taluka. Talukas form a district and districts form a state. Now, Armori taluka is in which district? Yes, it is in Gadchiroli district. And Gadchiroli district is where? It is in Maharashtra. So, our state is made up of many settlements, villages, towns, talukas and districts. Now we can see in the map there are many districts. Now in these districts there are many small villages and towns and talukas. Now Mumbai is the capital of our state of Maharashtra and Nagpur is the second capital. So capital of Maharashtra is Mumbai and Nagpur is the second capital. According to the physical features, Maharashtra is divided into 3 regions. The coastal region, the mountain region and the plateau region. The Godavari river is the longest river in Maharashtra. So which is the longest river in Maharashtra? Yes, the Godavari river. The Satpura mountain range in the northern part of Maharashtra. So, which mountain is in the northern part of Maharashtra? It is the Satpura mountain. The highest peak is the Astamba in the Satpura mountain range. So, which is the highest peak in Satpura mountain range? It is the Astamba. Then, Burhanpur Pass is in the Satpura mountain range. So, which pass is there in Satpura mountain? It is the Burhanpur Pass. The Sahyadri mountains are also called Western Ghats. What are the Sahyadri mountains called? They are also called Western Ghats. Kalsubai is the highest peak in this mountain range. So, which is the highest peak in Sahyadri mountain? It is the Kalsubai. Now, there are many ghats in Sahyadri mountain. Let us see some of the ghats. There is the Thal Ghat, Bor Ghat, Varandat Ghat, Tamhini Ghat, Kumbharli Ghat, Amba Ghat, Ponda Ghat, Amboli Ghat, etc. There are many more. I have taken some names. The Arabian Sea is to the west of the state of Maharashtra. So what is to the west of Maharashtra? It is the Arabian Sea. There are many rivers in Maharashtra. We have already seen the Godavari river, which is the longest river in Maharashtra. There is Krishna river, Koyna river, Tapi river, Narmada river, Penganga river, Bhima river, Vaitarna river, etc. So I hope you have understood the lesson up till now. We'll meet again in the next part of the video. Till then, bye. The physical map of our state is given. Let us study it carefully and let us answer some questions given based on the map. The same map and the questions are there in your textbook also. So you can refer your textbook also. So let's get started with the question. The first question is, what is the name of the mountain that spreads from the north to south in our state? So the name of the mountain that spreads from the north to the south in our state is Sahyadri mountain. Can you see the black line which has come on the map? It is showing the Sahyadri mountain. Now the next question is, what is the name given to the region to the west of this mountain? Now can you see the region which is shown in bold letters? Yes, it is the Konkan region. So it is to the west of this mountain. So what is the name of the region? It is the Konkan region. Then the next question is, on the shore of which sea does this region lie? So can we see the shore of the sea, or can we see the sea which is based next to this region? Yes, it is the Arabian Sea. Can you see the arrow pointing towards Arabian Sea? Okay, so it lies next to the region of Konkan. Now, next one. What is the area to the east of the Sahyadri mountain called? So, the area to the east of Sahyadri mountain is called Maharashtra Plateau. Can you see the big black line I have drawn across the map? Yes, it is showing the area which is to the east of Sahyadri mountain. It is called Maharashtra Plateau. Then the next question is, what is the name of the mountain in the northern part of our state? So if you see the top of the map, which mountain do you see? Yes, it is the Satpura mountain. Can you see the black mark I have drawn on the map? Yes, it is showing the Satpura mountain. Up till now, I hope the map is clear to you. Now let's do the next question. Which is the river in our state which flows from the east to the west? Now, which is that river? Yes, that river is Tapi. Can you see the circle near Satpura mountain I have drawn? Yes, it flows from the east to the west. Now let's see the next question. Write the names of two rivers which flow from northwest to southwest. So that is river Godavari and river Bhima. Can you see the circles I have drawn on the map in between? Yes, one is showing river Godavari and the other is showing river Bhima. Then the next question is, find the ranges which originate in the Sahyadri mountain and spread to the east. So these ranges, that is Mahadev range, Harishchandra Balaghat range, these originate in the Sahyadri mountain and spread to the east. The next question is, say the names of any three dams shown on the map. So I have taken three dams. I have taken Ujni Dam, Jaikwadi Dam, Yaldari Dam. Many more dams are there. I have selected these three dams. Okay. Then name the important ghats in the Sahyadri mountain. So I have taken three names. You can select more if you want. I have taken the Thal Ghat, the Bor Ghat and the Amboli Ghat. So I hope the map is clear to you. Now let's proceed ahead. Now let us see the agriculture in our state. There are regions of high, moderate and low rainfall. That means in some region it is very high rainfall, in some it is moderate, ठीक ठाक थोड़ी बहुत, and low rainfall, एकदम कम rainfall in Maharashtra. The production of crops depend on the climate, soil and availability of water. So if you see, crops are grown in our state, but they depend on the climate, soil and availability of water. As a result of this, there is variety in the crops grown. Now agriculture is the main occupation of Maharashtra. Which is the main occupation? Agriculture. Maharashtra depends mostly on rainfall. So for the occupation of agriculture, we depend mostly on rainfall. Now the agriculture which depends mostly on rainfall, it is called rain-fed or ziraati agriculture. What it is called? Rain-fed or ziraati agriculture. Here we do the agriculture using rainwater. In some places, water is obtained through irrigation. Now, where agriculture is done through this, it is called irrigated or bagayati agriculture. What it is called? Irrigated or bagayati means the rainwater is used less, irrigation water is used more. Now, the agriculture season that falls during the monsoon period is called Kharif season. So the plants which are planted during agriculture period, they are called Kharif crops, or the season is called Kharif season. And the agriculture season that falls in winter is called Rabi season, and the crops are called Rabi. Let us study the given map. The same map is there in your textbook. Now here, if we have to find out the names of districts which grow grapes, can we find out? Yes. The grapes are grown in Nasik, Jalgaon, Satara and Sangli district. If you see the black lines which I have drawn across Jalgaon, Nasik, Satara and Sangli, can you see? Okay. The next one is circle the names of cotton growing districts. Now which are the cotton growing districts? There are many cotton growing districts. I am circling few. So we have got Jalgaon, Buldana, Akola, Amravati, Yatmal. Now if you see, there are many more districts, but I have circled only this. If you find easy, you can circle other districts also. Now can we see or can we find the districts which grow orange crop or the fruit of orange? Can we find them? Yes. The squares I have made, they are for the orange growing district. They are Amravati, Akola, Yavatmal, Wardha and Nagpur. So now we have seen the map and seen some fruit growing districts. Now what do we learn from this map? Now all the crops shown above are based on irrigation. That means they do not depend on rain. They are grown using irrigation facility. Their distribution is influenced by climate and soil. They are also known as commercial or cash crops. Then the farmers can make cash selling these crops. The chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used for these crops. So I hope you have understood this map and the explanation related to the map. Now, use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers increase yields of crop. Means we can increase the yield of crops using chemical pesticides and fertilizers. But what happens? It results in greater soil pollution. What happened if you use them in ample? It results in greater soil and soil pollution. So what we should do, what is the outcome of this? We should use chemical fertilizers sparingly, kam se kam. So what we should use instead of chemical fertilizers? We should use organic fertilizers, should be used more instead of chemical fertilizers. Why this should be done? So that we prevent harm to the environment. The environment is saved by using organic fertilizers. Okay. Now let us learn more about Maharashtra state. Now Maharashtra was formed on 1st May 1960. The states in India have been formed on the basis of language. So the state language of Maharashtra is Marathi. There are varieties in the dialects or languages that are spoken. We should welcome this diversity. If we observe, in Konkan region, Konkani or Malwani is spoken. In Vidarbha region, we have Varhadi spoken. In Khandesh, we have Ahirani or Khandeshi spoken. The Adivasi tribes in Maharashtra, they speak Gurmati, Golami, Korkho, etc. There are huge festival celebrations in our state. We find a huge variety in the festivals of our state. Everyone celebrate Diwali, Dasara, Christmas, Eid, etc. In Konkan region, especially Narli Purnima, Holi, Ganesh festival is celebrated on a grand scale. In Plateau region, Dasra, Diwali, Bail Pola is celebrated on a grand scale. In overall India, we celebrate 15th August, that is Independence Day, and 26th January, that is the Republic Day. We celebrate all over India. Now what we have learned for Maharashtra in the given lesson? We have learned about the regions, about agriculture, about the dialects or the language, and festivals that are celebrated in Maharashtra. In region we have seen we have 3 regions: coastal, mountain and plateau region. Agriculture is done in 2 ways, that is rain-fed or zeraati using rainwater, bagyati or irrigated using irrigated water or irrigation facility. Dialects or languages spoken in Maharashtra are Konkani, Varhadi and Ahirani, that is Khandeshi. Festivals celebrated in Maharashtra are Diwali, Dasra, Holi, Bail Pola, Narli Purnima and Ganesh Chaturthi. So we have learned a lot of our state, that is Maharashtra. I hope you have understood the lesson. We will meet again in the next chapter. Till then, bye.